Hello everybody, this is CritCrab, and this is a story about an exceptionally sexist that guy who actually had a problem with a girl running a GrimDark game. Now, this is just one of many stories written by this Redditor, and she wrote several stories about her that guy experiences, and unfortunately a good lot of them included moments of her being treated differently or less than simply because she's a woman. Roll post. I ran a Dark Heresy 1st edition game. I know, I was a fool, and warned ahead of time it would have dark themes, imaginative torture, and funky stuff. A few months into the campaign, I set them up with an adorable NPC. She was sent by her older brothers to rob the PCs and would be beaten if she returned empty-handed. They found out that the branding on her arm meant she was used as a special sort of slave. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But props to the party as they protected her, and it helped their characters grow a moral compass. Before they met her, they were intergalactic murder hobos. They weren't subtle in doting for her, and an evil gal took notice, captured her, and then invited the PCs to a dinner party, where they were placed behind a glass screen and told that the girl would be hurt if they didn't share information. The PCs decided to call her bluff, and the girl promptly had her arm dipped in boiling oil. After the session ended, the tech priest player was really bothered by events, but he assured me he enjoyed it. He loved that NPC though, and he was glad that she was alive. I never would have killed her off, but I wasn't going to tell him that. However, the rogue traitor player, who is that guy in this story, he was really ticked off. He explained that I wasn't allowed to hurt NPCs like that, but he was the worst, "I'm chaotic neutral, I swear I can cut this guy's eyes out for fun" kind of player. The group had tortured people loads of times. There was horrific war injury all around them. This session wasn't all that new. Long conversation short, I increasingly got the impression that he wasn't angry at the events, more that I specifically shouldn't have let them happen. He kept on saying that he thought I was more sensitive than that, and that I was too sensitive to let that happen, and that I should retcon and apologize before more people find out that I'm not as sensitive as they think I am. I knew what he was driving at, and I tried to push him to state it, acting as though I didn't get what he was talking about, until finally he said, you shouldn't be doing that sort of thing, because you're a girl. But he said, "You're a girl," the same way that one might whisper, "She has gonorrhea." I floundered up and went home awkwardly apologizing. I was a very timid person at the time. Our third player ended up having a talk with him, and he came back all excited the next week, excited to torture and murder the evil woman who had done the torturing. Sounded like he took all the bad feelings and pushed them into abusing this evil gal who he took great pleasure in. I had to run away off planet because it was making me sick, which made him moody, but I wanted it over with. Our GrimDark campaign continued, by which I mean he abused NPCs, and I avoided table conflict by giving him innocent meatbags to punch in a system devoid of abuse, which wasn't player created. End post. Well, that was a trip. I personally am very glad that this sort of behavior is being tolerated less and less throughout the gaming community, as I'm sure that something like this wouldn't have even come near to qualifying as a horror story even 20 years ago. And over the course of this Redditor's other stories, she also grows as a person and ends up with a +2 to spine. Anyways, if you like this video, please do leave me a like, and if you like my videos and haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Till next time.